Have you ever thought about the concept of race? As humans, we have different human races, and this is extremely important for societies, for people, for the world. But what is human race? Why are we so concerned about the race of other people? Is maybe because of this idea that a race is superior to another race, that if you form part of a given or a certain race, then you're supposed to be better or worse or more adept at anything, at any specific given thing than the other race or the other races. Why do we carry this idea, this concept, this thought, this philosophy that having a specific race determines your life and how your life turns out and how the life of people who surround you turns out? Have you ever thought about that race? What is it? Like, what does it mean in terms of biology and nature? Race is nothing other than how your skin, how your biology, how your body, your face looks, how you look to another human being, because to animals there is no race, there's only the human race. If an animal sees you, he's not going to see black, white, Asian, Latino. He's only going to see a human. Is the human race. For nature, it's also the human race. If there's rain, it's going to rain on the white, black, Asian, Latino. It's going to rain on everyone equally in the same manner, just as it rains on all humans and even animals. If there's a hurricane, a tornado, a storm, it is equally the same. Also for water, for food, for sleep, it is also equally the same for all races. And it is so much so that different so-called races, as we call it, within humans, we're all one race, but people in society have created this idea that we have division of races according to how your skin looks, or even your name, let's say. uh, so we have this idea that there's a division within human beings. Like, this is one race of human beings and this is another race of human beings. But even nature tells us, when we get together, when you get two different races together, they still can have a human being baby. They still can procreate and have a new life come to earth, come to be. So nature is telling us in that you are both the same. The only way you can reproduce and have a baby is if you are both the same race. Animals, a lion cannot reproduce with a giraffe or an elephant. It has to be another lion. And also, let's say a dolphin cannot reproduce with a shark or with a small goldfish. It has to be another dolphin. And the same for humans. If we were truly different races, then we wouldn't be able to reproduce. When we get two different races together, you can have a black and white, as we call black race, white race, or Asian race, or Latino race, or whatever, brown race, whatever race people have called it and made up. You can have them together and they can procreate and have babies. So that's nature, biology telling us there's no different in you guys in races. Race, as I think about it, I have been thinking about it lately. Have you ever thought that race is simply nature and biology telling you and telling everyone surrounding you where your ancestors used to live many, many, many years ago? Like, let's say 1,000 years ago. If your ancestors happen to live and spend most of their life in a place where there was sun, the sun was hot. You could feel the sun super hot when it was a place where it was summer all the time, then your skin will reflect that today, and that's what we call a race. So the way your skin looks today is telling other people and people surrounding you and even yourself where your ancestors used to live, where your ancestors used to spend the majority of their time and their life. Or if your ancestors happened to live in a place where it was cold and the weather was always cold most of the time and it was never super hot, it was almost always like a winter, then your skin would be white. And if you have that white skin, it is telling you and people surrounding you that your ancestors way back in the day happened to be in that place at that time. So so that would mean that somebody who's black today, very black because of their skin, super black skin, if their ancestors would have moved 1,000 years ago to Europe, in the northern Europe, where it's cold always, then they would be white today. They would be still the same person, but their skin will look different. And that's the only thing race is. It's just like a cover of a book that has been chosen by where your ancestors and my ancestors happen to be thousands of years ago. So I don't know why so much importance is placed to it today, other than the fact that many races may think and believe that these concepts are true and they would adapt or make their life be as the stereotype requires for them to be. But other than this, race and the look in our skin and our body is nothing else than nature telling us this is where your ancestors used to live. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please comment what you think. Please subscribe if you can. I'll see you later. Take care. Goodbye.